Our next question is from a dad who asks, so how will I know that it is time to take my wife to the hospital when labor starts? That's a valid concern, especially for a lot of dads. Most of the concerns actually come from traffic jams and if you'll be able to get into hospital on time. And there's a simple rule that we share. We call it the 5-1-1 rule. 5-1-1. That means you are with her at home as long as she's in labor, and when you get to the place where contractions are 5 minutes apart, and every contraction is lasting a minute or as close to a minute as possible, and if that goes on for 1 hour, then it's time for you to set out to the hospital. So 5-1-1, 5 minutes apart, 1 minute lasting, and if that goes on for 1 hour, it is time to head to the hospital, head to the birth center. Your midwife, if you're having a home birth, should already be with you. So that's a simple guide to tell you now it's time to go. Now you have time to get to hospital and to get, to your birth center or to get the midwife to come in. There's always enough time for that. However, there are few cases where things go very fast, and you will know because there wasn't an earlier part where contractions or the pains were coming and going and having a random kind of pattern. If you start contractions and immediately you start to time them, you realize they're 5 minutes apart, 1 minute lasting, and it's going on, then you could easily at the end of the hour still go to hospital and be in good time. If you notice that maybe you're not going to make it to the hospital, it's always nice to call your doctor or call your midwife so that they can guide you on what to do. They'll always be able to tell how far along just from the mother's behavior. For traffic jam's sake, what you could do is every time you go to clinic from your home or from your office, try and take a different route. That helps you determine what different paths you can use at different times of the day. Take a path or take a route during the morning, during the afternoon, during the evening, just so that you're able to tell. But again, labor tends to love the evening, night, and early morning. So you might actually not deal with traffic at all, but just for your preparation's sake, deal with that and just make sure that you're covered as far as your transportation goes. If you have a car, then you know you'll be the one driving. If you don't have a car, then always have at least 1 or 2 numbers for a cab driver who can be able to drive you to the hospital or birth center. Thank you very much. That was a good question. The movies make us believe that water breaking is always a first sign of labor, but in the next video we'll talk about signs of labor. So yes, if I was a movie director, I would definitely make water break because it's the most dramatic part. But just for your information's sake, about 70% chances that water breaks later on in labor. So you don't really need to rush to hospital as soon as water breaks unless there's a problem, like the color is different. I mean, if it's not clear, then it would be worthwhile going to the hospital. What you need to do is just wait out and come to our class. We will give you a lot more of this information because we cover the signs of labor and we tell you in details what to look out for. So every 6 weeks there's a class. Check with us. You can call us or email us and we will be happy to send that information to you. Thank you very much.